Hello. People call me Buck. My real name is Alicia on the thing, though, for the school. Um, so the two functions or dysfunctions that I related to most or have an opinion of or whatnot are the linkages and um, social utility. Specifically, going through my notes, specifically the idea of parasocial relationship under social utility, but we'll get to that. So I relate to linkage personally because I at one point, well, I still kind of identify as gothy, but at one point was like a very sad, lonely goth child who had no friends and no one to understand her and blah blah blah. So the internet and forums and other such websites, gave me a place to go to talk to people and find friends and eventually not feel so lonely. And I believe there's a lot of other people who do the same thing, whether through Facebook or back in the day, like I said, forums or what are the other words for them? Bulletin boards? Anyway, but yeah, it's become a very good way, especially if I've heard plenty of stories of people who live in the quote-unquote middle of nowhere, and they can't find anyone who is like anything like them, and they just go online, a couple clicks, find some friends. Woo! Then there's the loneliness of them all being so far away. That part sucks. So the next part, the social utility. So I have a couple of opinions and examples of this. Well, specifically, why can't I find it? I always lose it. Yeah, the parasocial relationship. The idea of that. I think that's happening more with YouTube. Like, there's just tons of bloggers or vloggers rather, who are constantly sharing their adventures and all of their daily things, and you start to feel like you're a part of them, part of their life or whatever. My personal example is there's a YouTube group called Funhouse who I follow. They're part of Rooster Teeth, if anyone knows Rooster Teeth, and they're a group of very funny dudes. And I've watched them to like. I'm getting slightly teary eyed because I've been very depressed and then watched them and they made me feel way better. And I went to a convention where they were, and suddenly you're surrounded by hundreds of other people who also like their shit. Oh, excuse me, like their things. So, suddenly you're like, wow, there's other people who are into the same things I like, and look at all of them, they're here. So there's this sense of social utility, but specifically the YouTubers making you have a sense of parasocial relationship. Like, hey, look, I have friends on the internet, even though they don't really know exist, do they? Or maybe they do. I don't know. Hope that made sense. And I hope I did this right. Peace out, classmates.